Welcome to Blessed Hands by Lillian. This is Lillian. Today or tonight, I'm going to show my Dollar Tree haul that I did today. But before I get to that, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. I have reached 1,000 subscribers as of today. And I found out who my 1,000th subscriber is or was, and it was one of the assistant managers at the Dollar General that I went to today. Um, I talked a little bit about my ordeal yesterday when I did my other Dollar General haul, but I wasn't satisfied with the way everything went yesterday, so I went back up there today to see if I could speak with the manager. And one of the assistant managers was there, and I explained to them that I had bought some items on last week, the beginning of last week. And I didn't know that the items that I bought were in clearance because they weren't in the clearance aisle. They were over with the regular bath and body stuff, bath wash, body wash, and lotions and all of that kind of stuff. So I didn't know that these items were clearance items. And yesterday morning, when I was going through the Dollar General things for the sales and the clearances, those items that I purchased popped up, and they were now a dollar 30 cent, and a $1.50. And I was like, well, I paid 350 $3 and 3.15 or something like that. And I said, no, I want all of those items for the price that they were. So I went to take them back because I read that you had 90 days to take back your items. So I went back to the store, and the guy that was working, he told me that I couldn't bring the items back. I couldn't return the items and re-ring, and he re-ring them up again. So I said, well, that's okay. I'll go and purchase the items again, and then I'll give you the other ones back, and you just refund those. Well, he caught a big time attitude with me, and he made a statement to me that I would not be able to use, because I still had some other items to take back, but I had to find another store because he wouldn't just take the items back, return them, and then re-ring them up. So I didn't give him one whole set that I had bought. Well, he told me that I was not going to be able to use that receipt again. Well, I didn't know what that meant until this morning when I went there today, and I talked to the manager, and they told me that I can bring the items back, and that they would do a refund, and then they would re-ring them up at the sale price that it was. So I proceeded to do that. And when they went to ring some of those items up to return that I was returning, it said that I had returned them already. Well, I hadn't returned them. It was the ones that I returned, he didn't ring those up as returns. He just took them from me and gave me the money back as a refund, but he never rung some of those items up that he took back from me. He rang up other items that was on my receipt. And when he gave me, because I had to come back to get the receipt and say, you didn't give me my receipt back. I need my receipt back. And when he gave me the receipt back, that's when he said, you're not going to be able to use this receipt again. And I didn't know what that meant until today, when the manager was trying to ring up the items as refunds, and told me that some of the items that she was trying to ring up, it showed that they were refunded already. And I said, well, how are they refunded and I have them? And the 9 items I bought back, he told me I was not going to be able to get those items. And I didn't know what he meant by that. Well, it turns out that he took those 9 items I bought back, and he put them back behind the register over beside this wall. they had a table over here by this wall. He put those 9 items I bought back. He set them down in that by that wall. So he was determined that I was not going to come back in that store at any point and get those repurchase those items. So when I told her, I said, okay, if it's showing that I bring these items, that I didn't return these items and I returned some of the items on there, I told her to get those items that I brought back yesterday and scan them and see what it says. Well, that's when she found out. She says, now, why did he ring up something else? Those items don't show being returned. And those 9 items that I returned, that he put over there to the side, never showed that they were returned. Items I had that I was trying to return were items that showed up as being returned. So the whole thing that he did yesterday was all shady. And they rang up everything that I had, and pretty much I'm going to show you. I got about 7 bags over here because I ended up buying every single bath gel, body lotion, and spray mist that they had in that whole entire store that was all clearance. So he called himself trying to hurt me or get back at me, but it ended up backfiring on him because I bought everything and those 9 items that he put to the side. And I was telling the ladies, I said, when you try to do ugly and you try to treat people wrong, and they've not done anything to you, karma will come back at you. And I told her, I said, but it's all right because I went home yesterday and I was fussing and upset and told my husband all about it. Well, he's already wrote a letter, and we're going to send it to the corporate office with everything that happened yesterday. And then he's adding on to what happened today and how they found out that he didn't ring up the items that I actually returned. He did some shady stuff with this receipt so that I couldn't use the receipt again. So we're going to take care of that. And this guy will deal with whatever it is he has to deal with. I don't really care because everything he did was wrong. And even that was the same guy who told me those 3 items that I forgot what they were. They was like the scrubs, body scrubs, but they rang up as a penny, and he took them, the 3 items from me, and he wouldn't ring them up either. So I was like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with anybody about 3 cents. I'm just really not going to do that. He took them, he put them up, he went in the back where the clearance thing was, snatched this sign down, and he was nasty, he was rude. And that was my encounter with that. And today I really was not going to go back there, even though I wanted to get my items at the lower price. But when I shared it with my husband again today, he said, well, go back there and see if a manager is there this time, and ask to speak to them and tell them what's going on. And I did. And now I'm ready to reveal everything that I purchased. And then after that, I will talk about how I feel about now knowing that I have 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to share bag by bag. Now, while I was purchasing these items and I had them in my cart, this lady came in and she saw all of these items in my basket and wanted to know if these items was on sale. And I said, yes, ma'am, they are. They're all clearance. And she says, well, did you leave any in the back? And I said, no, ma'am. I said, I took everything that they had in store. And she kind of gave me this look like, well, dang, you could have at least left a few. You know, she had one of those kind of looks like you could at least left some. But she didn't say anything. She just kind of said, okay, well, my loss. And I didn't argue with her. Didn't argue with her at all, because, yeah, it was your loss. But they wouldn't have found them because they were up on the top shelf over in the, I literally had to go find one of their ladders in order for me to get those items off that top shelf. And when I got the items off of the top shelf, I probably shouldn't have gotten the item. I should have asked them, but I had already had encounters with them, and I just wasn't trying to deal with nobody else anymore. I just got what I wanted, which was all of them, and then brought them up. We took care of my transactions. I got all my stuff, and I left on out of there. But that was an encounter that I really was not, expecting. What I'm trying to do now is take everything out of the bag, and I'm sorry that I didn't take them out of the bag before I got on, and that would have made it a little easier. But I'll just talk while I'm taking them out. I am truly thankful. I am truly blessed to have made it to 1,000. This time, it's been since the end of December when I started my channel. And when I started my channel, I couldn't have even fathomed back in December, late December, that I would be at 1,000 subscribers. And I still have September, October, November, and December still to go. But I thank everybody who has found it not robbery to follow me and to go on this journey with me. I am truly enjoying sharing parts of me with everybody, sharing things the things that I like to do. It's just been an awesome time, an awesome feeling, and I'm truly grateful. I'm truly thankful, and I don't take anything for granted. I truly do not. I don't take anything for granted. But as I've said it throughout many of my videos, when I started talking, that's just kind of, I guess as they say, that's my catchphrase, that's my motto, that's my whatever. What God has for me is for me, and what God has for you is for you, and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. It might take you a little longer to figure out what your passion is, or what it is that you actually want to do. But as they says, that's a part of the book of life. You know, we're not always gonna get it right the first time. We'll always have to go through things. That's the only way we can learn, is to go through things. If we don't go through anything, we can't grow. And with what we're doing, from the baskets to the embroidery to the rhinestones to all of that is all growing experiences. Every day you learn how to do something different. You watch somebody and you go, oh, I didn't know that I could. That's how you do that. Oh, I didn't know that that's how that was done. I've watched a lot of ladies' videos and said, I didn't realize that that's how they actually put those together. How some of them have built different baskets from scratch, you know, that kind of thing. All of that's a learning. That's all a learning thing, and never get to where you feel like you can't learn something from somebody. You can always learn something. I don't care if it's just a little something small. You still can learn something. You might have been doing something one way, and now you've watched somebody's video and you saw how fast they did that same thing that you've been doing that might have took you 45 minutes and it took them 30 minutes. 20 minutes to do something that has been taking you a long time. They found a quicker way or a faster way to do it. Embrace it, enjoy it. Always put yourself every day you sit down, put yourself in a learning phase. Lord, what do you have to teach me today? What is it that you have me to learn? And that's what I said today with this guy. They kept both the manager and assistant manager that was working with me, that was helping me. They kept thanking me for my patience. They kept thanking me for my patience. And I explained to each one of them, I said, when I leave out of my house in every day, whenever I decide I'm going to a store, when I'm going to the grocery store, when I'm going pretty much anywhere, doctor's office, all of that, I leave out of the house and I say, I can't be in a hurry to do any of this because I don't know what's going to happen on the other end. And what we ended up doing, you know, somebody else might not have done what I did because I let 5 people get in front of me because I knew that what they were going to have to do with me was going to take a little bit of time. So those ones that were behind me and they only had 1 or 2 items, I told them, go ahead and go in front of me. And at the time I did that, the next minute I look up, when she finally gets to me again, here come one of the guys that the assistant manager was waiting for. He comes in and he gets on the other register and he starts ringing up people. And then when the assistant manager that was trying to figure out what the guy had done as far as the receipt and stuff was concerned, well, she called the manager, who I guess didn't live far because it didn't take her that long to get there. And she kept apologizing, saying she was on her way. I said, I ain't got nothing but time. We'll sit here and we'll wait for her and we'll let her try to figure out what all happened. I said, but I'm not going anywhere until we refund these items and we re-ring up the ones I had and I purchase all the rest of them. So saying all of that, now I'm going to share what I ended up coming back with. I'm going to first go individually, but I want to just show what it all looks like. I didn't leave anything in the store. I took everything that they had. As I said, all of this was, she said all of it was clearance, and I didn't know. But it's the Scent Happy Summerberry, Raspberry, and Strawberry. They have the foaming hand soap. Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 of those. They have the Summerberry, the fragrance mist. I got 5 of those. The Summerberry body wash. I got 3 of those. The Summerberry hand lotion. And I got 2 of those. Well, that was everything that they had there. So I have all of that, and ones I'll have enough to make, if I want to put them all together, I have enough to make two complete sets. And then the hand wash and the body lotion, the body wash and the fragrance mist will be 1 set. And then I have fragrance mist and hand soap. So I have 2 sets of those, and then let me see, that one will go with that one, and then this one I'll just put in with something else, and maybe one of the lotions that I have, or I might end up just using this all by itself in a different basket. But with that, I have enough to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more, 6 concepts out of just this batch. And then the next batch was the coconut Coast, and this one is the body lotion, and I have 10 of these, and I have 7 of the fragrance mist and 4 of the body wash of that particular one. So I know I have enough to do some sets, some three-piece sets. And then after that, it will be the lotions and a couple of the fragrance mix. And then from that one, I'll make 2 of those. And then the other ones will be just single items that now that I've seen people put one item in a basket or in a cup or mug or something like that, I may go ahead and do that with some of those that's by themselves. They had the Sugar Dream body lotion, and they only had one of this one. But they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the hand soap. So one of the concepts will be the 2 of these together, and the other ones will be individually, because there was nothing else that went with that one. And then they have 4 of the Fresh Bloom body wash. I got all 4 of those, and 3 of the body lotion. So when I say I took everything, I took everything. This was their whole inventory of everything that they had in the store, and I took all of it. And pretty much a lot of it was either $1 or $1.30. Then I was standing over their clearance. You couldn't tell what was on clearance. I don't really like that particular Dollar General. It's just stuff everywhere, and you couldn't figure out where the clearance stuff was. And then when you did find the clearance aisle, the little bit of stuff that they had in the clearance aisle was just shouldn't even be in the clearance aisle. It should be gone. But I found a couple of things. I looked for some of those things that I saw on other videos that I liked, but couldn't find any of those items. But I did run across this, and it ended up costing me 75 cents. And I only found one of those. But I did find, I found these 3 trays, and these 3 were 25, and this one was 75. And they actually says they're laundry bins. This is a small size, and these are extra small. And I'm going to use them to make some basket concepts with. But as I was there, I did find how I've gone to Walmart and found some bowls, and then I went to Hobby Lobby and found bowls. Well, I found some bowls there. And these are, they're actually called melamine pasta bowls. But they're 8 by 8 by 1.65 inches. And I just love the pictures and said that these would be really nice. And just kind of for giggles, those 2 items, a loofah in front, and I also have the yellow hand sanitizer as well, and that's a concept right there. That's a basket. Even if I just use these 2, but I will probably, because of the size of it, I'll probably put 3 items in it and call it quits. But I was able to find 4 of these, and they were 35 cents. And they also had this pretty pink. And I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. And like I said, they were 35 cents. And I found my colors again. The coral, the yellow, the teal, some more coral, and this hot pink. And these are 2. These are 2 in a pack. And I want to say these were like 35 cents or something like that. So that was everything I got from Dollar General today. Um, as I said originally, I had no intentions on going back to Dollar General to but the first thing I did do was when I went there is I walked in the store to see if the guy was still there, if the guy was working today, because I was going to tell him I wanted to speak to a manager. I had already gotten his name yesterday, but I was going to let them know that I wanted to speak to a manager. But I didn't have to do that because the manager, one of the managers, assistant manager, was already there, ringing up people at the register. So I don't go to Dollar General a lot, and I started going to Dollar General because I was liking a lot of the things that I saw in the video, in people's videos, and that left a sour taste in my mouth, but it's not going to stop me from, going, because I did see I took pictures of some items that were regular price that I like, and eventually, I'll go back and get some other things, but that's kind of the start of me going to Dollar General. And the fact that I was able to find all of those hand sanitizers, because I've been going to Dollar Tree, and I kind of gave up on looking for the hand sanitizer at Dollar Tree, because every time I went in there, they were never there. And I just stopped looking. I said, you know what? I said, just one day, maybe I'll just walk in and I'll look up, and it'll be a brand new case of the hand sanitizers, and I'm going to take the whole case the next time I go in there and I find some. But now that I know that, because I want to say it's 24 in a pack with them in that case at Dollar Tree, but it's 12 in a pack at Dollar General, because I got the yellow, the yellow and the lime green. I got the blue and the teal. And when I was counting those slots, it looked like it was either 6 and 6. It did not look like it was 12. It might have been 12, but then if it was 12, then it's 24 and 24. I'm thinking that it might have been 12 and 12 is 24. But I said I'll check back maybe one day next week. But what I want to do is I want to go ahead and start getting some baskets made and start to use, because as you can tell, when I move back, my shelves now have a lot more inventory than these were empty shelves when I had my husband put everything together. I didn't have a lot of inventory to put in them. But as you can see now, I'm not completely full in any area, basically, besides just the spray mist, because I got all of those from Ollie's with the different Tahari spray mist. But everything else, and all I want to do is just start grabbing items, putting them together, making me some baskets. In one of the videos, I wanted to show what I had found, and I was in a Dollar Tree a couple of days ago, and I was just walking down the aisles trying to see how, because they've changed so much stuff and moved stuff, and I happened to come across 2 or 3 of the Whitney Houston sheer spray mist. And then I went over to, now I just have to figure out what I did with it. I went over to Citi Trend, and while I was walking around in Citi Trend, I only found one, but I said that's okay, that'll be enough to make a basket. I found the Eau de Toilette perfume. And this is what the bottle looks like. And this is the box. So this is the box for both of those. And what I did was I just kind of played around a little bit with this basket here. I used a clear basket. I kind of messed up the bag, so I have to redo that over again. But what I used was this little white bear that I had, and I got a white cup, and I got a purple loofah, and I'm just going to put this and this in here, and then I'm going to put the box, I'm going to close the box up, and I'm going to put the box back here and set everything up. And I thought that was a nice Whitney Houston basket. Even though none of this is Dollar General, but I wanted to show it on one of the videos I did yesterday. But by the time I finished all the videos, I had Dollar General left, and I said, well, I'm not going to do it on that one. But I wanted to share that, and I don't have anything else to share, put it with, but to show the items. So I'm going to go ahead and I did a Dollar Tree, showed a Dollar Tree haul yesterday that I haven't posted yet, and I forgot these as well then. So I just wanted to share that, and I got this last week. Yeah, last week. So I just wanted to share that it's out there at the Dollar Tree. It may, you may be at your Dollar Tree. You might have to wait. I don't know if it's new coming out, but like I said, I only saw 3 and I got all 3. But then I did see them when I went to Citi Trend. Citi Trend had these in there as well with that 4 for $12. So I didn't get it from them. I just got the perfume from them. The perfume there, and I think it was $3.99 or $4.99 or something like that, because there's no tag on it. So I just wanted to let you know about that. That's out there in case anybody wanted any of the Whitney Houston collection. Just like I never found the Cher. My Dollar Tree never got any of those, and some of those different things that we've been showing at different stores where people have gotten those makeup palettes and stuff like that. My area, and I went from pretty much Warrenton, Culpeper, all the way up to Woodbridge, Virginia, trying to find some of these different things, and I never found them at any of these stores. So maybe we just didn't get them and other areas did. So I just wanted to share that and talk about that for a few minutes. And I'm going to end this video now because I'm going to do one more video before I go to bed, and I'm going to share all of my Grinch items that I found in the bin store the last so many times I went to the bin store. I didn't want to put them with the rest of my bin store items. I wanted to do a separate complete, because I have one big container full of all the Grinch stuff that I found at the bin store. So I want to again thank everyone who have supported me to help me get to this 1,000 subscribers. And I said once I got to 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to do a giveaway. So sometime next week, I'm going to figure out how to do a giveaway. Right now, I have 5 items that I'm going to give away, and I think I want to try to get 10 items because to represent the 1,000. So I'm going to get together 5 more items. Yeah, I want to get together 5 more items, and then I'll do my giveaway of those 10 items. So that will be sometime probably midweek, maybe. Yeah, somewhere midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe. But be on the lookout for that also, and I'll figure out what's the best way for me to do a giveaway. How should I do it? Um, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, and I'm gonna keep saying, if you're not a subscriber to my channel and you are looking at this video, can you subscribe to my channel and follow me? And I will continue to make videos of all of the different crafts that I do. Thank you for watching. Be blessed. Have a blessed day, night, or evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. Thank you, and bye.